You guys remember Chad from, what was it, Monday?
The other day we got a phone call from a gentleman named Chad. Chad is a military veteran in Louisiana. He called, he was on hold. On the screen it said, had problems with the VA. And people call all the time and hang up, and we're awful about taking calls.
Oh, yeah, because he was waiting a long time.
And right as I looked at the screen, I saw his name, and then I saw him hang up. And something, that happens a lot. Something told me to say on the air into this microphone, Chad, you should call back.
Yeah, because that's very unusual.
It doesn't usually happen. But
something moved you.
Something drove me to say that. And he called back, and it turned out he was a military veteran dealing with some pretty serious mental health issues. Nothing wrong with that, man. It happens to a lot of people.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Well, we got a lot of emails about Chad and our phone conversation with him. And one of those emails just came in a little while ago. People are listening on the app, and so they're catching us a day or two later. And this one came from the pastor of the Epiphany Lutheran Church in Copperfield, Texas. This is Jeff, the pastor over there.
What's up, Jeff?
And he said, I was listening to your show. I love your intelligent insight, humor, vulnerability, and humility. And you guys did a great job with your military veteran, Chad, who has 3 lovely daughters, by the way, and his mental health crisis. So, yeah, I do remember him talking about his kids. That was important that he, do what's right by them, too. He said, listening, a day late on the app, just wanted to let you know your humility and your hearts. I know that was a very genuine and authentic moment, and it was absolutely great radio. No producer other than God could have presented Chad's phone call and your compassionate response in such a touching and powerful way. By the way, you guys helped me be very informed regarding our current cultural and societal shifts as well. And he said, I just want to it's a long email. I just kind of, not to leave any part out, but I just want to get to the part. Just want to say the Walton Johnson Show delivers a very clear presentation of some of culture's most significant ideas. Your show's genius. All of you use your quirky ways to help clarify difficult, fast-moving trends in our culture, and I thank you for it. Your discussions have often found a comfortable fit in my worldview, and sometimes your thoughts have challenged assumptions I didn't know I even had.
Wow.
Back in May, during the Texas District Pastors Convocation, he said, I recommended the Walton Johnson Show to 120 Texas district pastors as a helpful way to be better prepared for the cultural changes that we have to deal with. I really did. Your show's been a godsend to me, and it's helped me keep a better perspective with all the wackiness that's going on in the world. And based on the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus, I know that God has another kingdom in store for his believers. Your show helps me find joy in this beautiful valley sprinkled with tears and brokenness. Wow, man, this guy's good.
That's a good email. It's powerful.
Kenny, I love that you naturally can talk about your faith in Jesus. And I love your stance regarding abortion, and I pray you are impacting people through your fun and informative radio show. Again, thank you for being there for Chad. Listening to you now and genuinely, lovingly. I listened to you and loved your ministering to him. It was a true blessing to me in my day. God bless. Have a great day. And signed Pastor Jeffrey.
I almost feel like that email's too good for us.
I know.
Isn't it like the kind
of... We deserve all of that?
Something that I always find remarkable is, on the show from time to time, we'll talk about how we're Christians and stuff, but we're not Christian-y Christians. You know what I mean? Like,
we preachy.
We tell dirty jokes on the show. I have plenty of friends that are atheists. I don't get all preachy with them. And we have a lot of listeners that are atheist, and a lot of listeners that are Hindu, believe it or not, and a lot of listeners that are Jewish and worship at the altar of the flying spaghetti monster, and even some Scientologists and some guys who, believe it or not, secular Muslims. There are a handful of Muslims that listen to this show, and they're not what you think that they'd be like, and they're more critical of Islamists than we are. You know, because there's one group that hates the Islamists. It's the secular Muslims that actually want to just live a normal life. But, you know, you forget those guys are out there sometimes. And religion's a complicated thing. We try not to make that the show because we're not a quote unquote religious show. But it's almost impossible to not believe in something and have it interject itself, infuse itself into your personality as you're on the air talking about what you believe.
Well, yeah. Now, I don't know what quirks he's talking about. I guess he meant the rest of y'all when he said your quirky behavior, because I ain't quirky.
No, I get that. I'm not quirky either. I don't even know what quirky.
It's all the rest of us, not you.
Yeah, you're
him or me.
You're the quirky quirk. You know the thing that really resonated with me from that email? The part where he said he was preparing other pastors for all the social changes that are about to happen. It's like we all know. We're at a weird point in history. It's a crossroads, if you will.
It's wackiness.
We could go this way or we could go that way, but as much as we resist, it appears as though we're going that way, so you better get ready for the weirdness to come.
Well, I hope we're ready. I hope we're getting others ready. And I do hope that maybe we are deserving of the praise with which he heaped upon us. Or if we're not, maybe we'll try harder from now on to be deserving.